I'm Ryan Donato.
Hello. Welcome back to another Heart Review. I am here, of course, to talk about The Running Man. Now, The Running Man is the most recent Edgar Wright movie, and boy, what a fall from grace this guy has had. He obviously had the Cornetto trilogy with Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, a quick hiatus in the middle to go do Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, while Simon Pegg and Nick Frost did Paul. Then The World's End, which is my personal favorite of the bunch. It's also the first one I got to see in theaters, so that might have helped. Followed by Baby Driver, which was the biggest commercial success I would feel like that Edgar Wright has had. And then after the pandemic, he had Last Night in Soho, which is not his best work. I would say certainly out of his features is his weakest feature. But even his weakest feature is still like a really well-made movie, and I could tell that he was trying to do something with it that didn't really translate for me, and I'm sure if I gave it a rewatch that I might enjoy it a little bit more the second time around. But The Running Man is a remake of an old Arnold Schwarzenegger movie from back in I think the 80s, which is an adaptation of a book. And now Edgar Wright said he's not really remaking the movie as much as he is readapting the book, which I think is a nice little way to work around that. But this is what we've been talking about when we say, hey, don't remake good movies, remake bad movies and make them better this time around. Because I'll tell you what, I didn't really enjoy that original Running Man movie. There's a lot of cheesy one-liners, a lot of zaniness. The zaniness is kind of the best part about it. Also the political commentary that's trying to give off. And it's an action-packed movie. It's a lot of fun. But Paul Michael Glaser, the director of Kazam as well, did this, and come on, Edgar Wright is a much better class of filmmaker than this bozo. So I came in with extremely high hopes and expectations for this movie. Glenn Powell starring in it. He is the next movie star, the next big, up-and-coming guy. The Padawan to Tom Cruise. He's going to do all of his own stunts, and he's going to be a cool, charismatic, leading action man. And I will say that's the best thing that this movie has going for it, is Glenn Powell does have that it factor. He really well handles the comedic bits. He's also a very angry character in this, and he channels that really well. The intensity, the zaniness, I feel like he really gets all of it down really nicely in this movie. They change up his character a little bit from the other Arnold movie, where that character was single and was doing this whole thing and then has a relationship with the girl that he kidnaps, I guess. Here, our main character is married with a child. They're struggling, and that's why he goes and enters the game, which kind of gives me a little bit better of a reason rather than Arnold, who was kind of forced into it. Makes him a little bit more of a sympathetic character, something to glob onto, he needs to get home because, whereas Arnold's just action man doing the right thing, which is fun, but two different things. I think this movie is really, really funny. The action's really, really good. There is one bit with the Y that makes me laugh so hard. It feels like peak Edgar Wright, and this movie does really look awesome. I really love the shot of him in the foreground, and in the background you could see one of those hologram poster things, and it's his wanted sign, and they're showing him from the side, and then when they're showing him from the side, he's looking to the side. When he's looking forward, he's looking forward. When he looks left, he's looking left in the thing. These are just symptoms of Edgar Wright's filmmaking charm, and they shine through here. I will say the political commentary wasn't as strong in this one, and did really feel like it was very broad and very simple, not very hard-hitting, didn't really connect all that well. Besides Glenn Powell, my favorite standout in the supporting cast was Coleman Domingo, who plays this eccentric TV show personality that runs The Running Man. He's the host of the game show, and he's got all this energy and fire in him, and he's awesome. I really loved him. Josh Brolin's fine. This isn't really his finest hour, but he's not bad in it at all. There's a mini role for the Please Don't Destroy guy from SNL, and I don't really like them that much, but here was the first time where I was like, oh, okay, that was really funny. I really like the little bit that he has and the joke around his character. I do think that this movie loses a lot of steam towards the end of it. I think if Doug Liman or Peyton Reed directed this, people would be championing it as one of the sleeper action hits of the latter half of the year, but unfortunately it's an Edgar Wright movie, and we hold him to this obnoxiously high standard. I think that this movie is equidistant from his other first 5 movies. Last Night in Soho, you know what I mean? It's better than Last Night in Soho, but it's not quite up to the par that we're used to with this guy. So I don't know. I hope it does well so that he can get some money and get some cachet so that he can go do something, or get embarrassed and then he goes and does something really nice and small. It will also be really hard for this movie to compete at the box office with Predator Badlands, which is doing extremely well and is a really great movie, and these are kind of aiming for similar demographics, so ugh. But I'm on the high side on this. I'm gonna go 4 out of 5. No heart for me, but still, I think a very fun, good, light action movie. Be sure to see this one in theaters. Like, comment, subscribe, and why don't you guys tell me what other Arnold movie do you guys think that they should remake? I am a big fan of Twins, and I know that we played this formula out many times, and these guys are kind of done. I mean, they're doing another Jumanji movie together, but like The Rock and Kevin Hart might be a nice little stand-in for, you get the big buff guy and then the small, fast-talking, guy. So I just think that might work, but no one else likes Twins, so don't do it.